Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazal on MTGO, coming back to play some more Grixis Control in the Legacy format. Now, when MH3 came out, there were a lot of cards that were playable in Grixis Control, and I feel like I didn't get to all of them. Like, there are some that have kind of cemented their place in the deck just because their power level is so high. This is pretty normal for Modern Horizons sets. Cards like Psychic Frog, although it's complicated, but I mean, I've already talked about that at length. Sink into Stupor, Waterlogged Teachings, Tamiyo. These are all Consigned to Memory in the sideboard, Vexing Bauble. I haven't played that one in a minute, but anyways, yeah, these are all cards that are clearly combating the meta at a very high level, and they deserve a spot in the deck. However, I feel like there were a bunch of other cards that also appeared to be playable, but maybe I haven't got around them yet, like maybe they aren't as overtly as playable as the cards that have made it into the deck. So I wanted to take today to kind of just make a laundry list and play out everything else from MH3 that seems even remotely playable in Grixis Control. Starting with the 2-drop slot, we have a couple of the other flip walkers. There's one for each color, so we can't play the green and white ones, obviously. Grist and Najani are kind of out. However, Sorin and Ral, why not? Sorin is 1 and a black for a 1/4 with lifelink and extort, human noble, not a vampire yet. And then at the beginning of your post combat main phase, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, you can exile Sorin, and it transforms. And on the back, you have a plus ability that should be familiar to anyone who played Oko Thief of Crowns. +2 create a food, very powerful to generate that much loyalty and also generate resources on the battlefield. And then you can -1 and deal damage equal to the amount of life you gain this turn to any target. So presumably it's at least 3 if Sorin just flipped. And then the -6, you can gain control of a creature indefinitely, and it becomes a vampire, and it gets a lifelink token if you control another white permanent. We won't be doing that, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, this could be a cool card. Never know. Extort is very powerful. The Planeswalker side also has Extort, so that's pretty rad. If you're not familiar with Extort, whenever you cast a spell, you can pay a black or a white. We'll be paying black, obviously, and drain for 1. So it can create some pretty big life swings, and it also combos with Cling to Dust. You know, Tamiyo combos with Brainstorm, Sorin combos with Cling to Dust. Kind of like you have to cling a creature and gain 3 life and go down a card, but maybe having a Planeswalker with a Oko +2 is good enough. I'm a little more skeptical about Ral. This card has proven itself useful in Storm decks. We'll see if it does anything here. Instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. It's a 1/3, by the way. It loses to Bolt. And then whenever you cast an instant or sorcery during your turn, you flip a coin. If you lose the flip, Ral deals 1 damage to you. So already kind of like, what? We're already kind of like scraping by, and our life total is like a huge resource for Grixis Control. But if you win the flip, you transform Ral, and you get an extra loyalty counter on the Planeswalker side for each instant and sorcery you've cast this turn. So presumably it's at least 1, depending on how many flips you lost. Starting loyalty is 2, so yeah, hopefully it's a few more than that. Anyways, you can +1 until your next turn. Your instant sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast, so you can kind of preserve what's going on the first side. Then -2, it doesn't electrolyze, which was a card that was 1 blue-red to deal 2 damage divided as you choose among any targets, and then you draw a card if you control a blue permanent other than Ral. And I was thinking like, oh crap, is that going to be easy to do? Like, that means we're going to have like Tamiyo, Frog, Narset, Borrower. Yeah, like we don't often have blue permanents. Like if it was black, like Orcish Bowmasters would be pretty chill. So I'm starting to think like Grist is kind of the one we want. Maybe if I revisit Check Pile, I'll play that Grist. Anyways, the ultimate is just like a classic dig through time, mad card advantage, crazy thing. You exile top 8 cards of your library, and I can cast any instant and sorcery spell without paying their mana cost. So that's kind of cool. I'm not really expecting this to do anything, but it's a red, cheap Planeswalker in Grixis colors. We gotta at least try it. Also, kind of cool that Ral does kind of the same thing as Baral, 1 in a color for a 1/3 with this first line of text. Very interesting. Now, this card is pretty interesting. Power Balance. We all know Counterbalance. One of my great adversaries on this channel. It's kind of the flip of that. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, I reveal the top card of my library, and if it's the same CMC as the card they just cast, I cast it without paying its mana cost. So that's kind of interesting. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the same value as like Counterbalance can like counter a 0-drop by having a land on top of their deck. Same thing's not going to happen here. We can't do anything crazy with like Ancestral Vision or anything. Well, unless they cast like Crashing Footfalls. Yeah, you all get the idea. Seems like a fun card. Let's try it out. Now, Brain Surge, people have actually been trying out. I know Anurag Das has been extolling this card's virtues. I don't know if he was joking or not, though. But yeah, it's like a super brainstorm. It's an instant, and you draw 4 and put 2 back instead of draw 3 and putting 1 back. So it's an inherent 2-for-1. That's got to be worth something. And then the big one here, Necro Dominance. Now, we all know that this card is part of a very fast and somewhat consistent combo deck. But also, if we have just 3 black lying around, and this version of Grixis Control has a lot more life gain, maybe we can just use it to like constantly refill our hand. And I feel like most of the time we're like sitting around like 5 cards in hand anyways when we're really humming, unless we have Jace rolling, but there's no Jace in this deck, so yeah, we'll just be relying on Necro Dominance instead. Invert Polarity, this has been a feature on the channel before. I'm bringing it back just because I wanted to have like every MH3 card. Let's take it over to the sideboard. Harbinger of the Seas. It's kind of like Magus of the Moon. Non-basic lands are islands. So I did want to try everything, so I am trying this card, but I don't think it works as well as Blood Moon. I think we can play Blood Moon because it complements the mana base so nicely. 2 islands, 2 swamps. Harbinger does not really complement it the same way, because the 2 swamps and the 1 mountain. Now we're like prioritizing finding a basic mountain when we want to play Harbinger, which is something you never want to do. Basic mountain is like the worst land in the deck by far, but completely necessary in a lot of matchups when you need red mana that cannot be wastable, like lands or Delver a lot of the time. So I'm interested to see how this one plays out. I don't know how good it will be, but it's an interesting card. It's got Kolaghan's Command Synergy. It's really all I need to be convinced. And then the final piece here is Winter Moon. It's kind of like a Winter Orb and a Blood Moon. Players can't untap more than 1 non-basic land during their untap steps. Wait, I was like, why? Wait, can't I just play Winter Orb? This is Legacy, not Modern. But no, it's because we play a lot of basics. So hopefully this will be a asymmetrical advantage for us. So yeah, that's everything. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This should be a really fun league. It's always fun when you just like a bunch of crazy one-ofs and interesting cards that should be at a legacy power level because they're from a powerful set. But you really never know what's going to happen. I want to say a huge thank you to Charles V, Quentin C, and Luca S this week for being new Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's keeping this channel going. I'm really trying to make the push towards 1,000 subs. So if y'all could help me out, if you like the content enough to just give it a sub, and it's not too much of a inconvenience to you, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to see even more, check it out the Patreon. Pledge is $2 a month, and I upload a lot of matches there. Cool. Yeah, let's play some Grixis Control. Welcome to match number 1 here. None of the cool cards are here. No, I should keep. It's a good hand. But I do want to show off these cool cards. Ooh, Gemstone Mines? Exiling what? A mountain? I'm guessing this means it's, Red Stompy. Can't get a basic swamp anyways, so let's go in on this basic island life. Okay, there's basic swamp. Let's see what Force of Will can do for us. Everything is checking out so far. Yep, Shatterskull smashing, City of Traders, yep. And Trinisphere. So what? They've got 2 cards left over there. I'm not going to force Trinisphere. I've got mana coming. Worst case scenario is like a Goblin Rabblemaster, because they'll get a 1/1 token that sticks around. There it is. We're screwed. God. Do I want another Bowmasters? I think I do. That's an above average draw. I mean, there's probably nothing I'd rather take out, but if they're inspired to like lose their City of Traders for some reason because they think they have a Rabblemaster, I'll play, but they're being a good player, so we'll just do this instead. Okay, just go into combat. And we get to hit. They hit us. Well, I was going to spend 1 mana to make a land drop, but I guess I can just make a land drop. Well, there was a reason to do that, actually, because then I could hold up Cling to Dust. Like, if they play a Chalice on 1 right now, we have a pretty awkward choice. But they don't. Force that. Cast Orcish Bowmasters. I'm used to Red Prison having less life at this point, but they haven't tapped Ancient Tomb once. Alright, I'm going to cycle one of those main phase. See if we can turn up anything here. Okay, yeah. I'll take it. I like Lightning Bolt. Yeah, they have nothing. I think it's more important to get this game over. Very few of their creatures have 1 toughness. Now the world is our oyster. We get a redraw from Cling to Dust. We have a Lightning Bolt. If they waste time playing a Chalice, that is very good for us. Another Bolt. Alright. This game could be over soon. With True Velocity, I probably should have clinged my Cling to draw yet another card. We have Reach in hand. Yeah, I'm going to swing for a red source. That's pretty good too. Massive flood over there. I think we're in pretty good shape. Like, if they're hoping to get a 1 ring, fog, and then put something together from there, I'm at 15. I don't think that is realistic. Must be Shatter Skull Smashing. Yes. That was some furious stuff. I'll take another Psychic Frog. Winter Moon's interesting. Harbinger's very funny. Consigned to Memory I have enjoyed quite a bit against Red Prison recently. I brought it in as a test, and then it turned out to be pretty good. I don't think I'm going to try and play Necrodominance against this deck. Because not only are they aggressive, but a black spell might just be impossible. Yeah, playing Necrodominance is kind of breaking one of my rules, and it's that I should be able to cast every spell in this deck with my 5 basics out. And I can't do that with Necrodominance. But this is a video for fun. We're not expecting to do very well, but we happen to run into one of our best matchups, so that's kind of nice. All right, we didn't see a Chalice, but you know it's there. Invert Polarity and Narset are on the fence as well. Power balance is hilarious, but very castable under a Blood Moon, I have to imagine. Sorin is great for the life gain. I'm going to cut Invert. No, I'm going to cut Narset. Brain Surge might not be very good under a Blood Moon either. This is a weird hand. They're taking a mulligan, though. This is kind of what you gotta hope for on the draw. Efficient answers, and Hydroblast is one of the best ones here. Uh-oh. If they got a Chalice, then things are gonna get weird. Yeah. Oh no. Alright, well, at least I can just like get my island and then feel pretty free. Okay, that's really bad. No time to get a basic island. I need to surveil. Try and get out of this. We have the resources, we just need to get paid out here. I will keep that to prevent any further madness, but yeah, things are not good. And I guess I'll get the basic island now. I have the luxury too. They keep both of their cards. Well, that'll defeat us very quickly. Do that. I'm anticipating something else messed up next turn. Don't want to draw that. Try and marginally improve our draws here. Okay, I mean, hope whatever you're about to cast is really good, and then additionally, I hope to win the coin flip. If it's something like Trinisphere, it doesn't matter. In fact, I hope to lose the coin flip in that scenario. Hell yeah. I'll take that. Yeah, we trade. We trade. Oh no. Alright, well, see what happens from here. Could be bad. Will probably be bad. I need to draw like Kolaghan's Command. And then probably even Brainstorm after that. Ooh. So Bowmasters, or virtual Bowmasters, is deterring them from attacking, which is really good. They will attack next turn after I cast this Lorien Revealed, because there's no way I'm not doing that. And hopefully I've gotten so many lands out of my deck that the normal Lorien curse does not happen. For those not in the know, you always draw at least 2 lands when you cast this card. I mean, I don't love it. I was hoping for 3 non-land cards in some way to interact for free. But if we can dodge just one more, I feel like if I can ambush this Reflection in combat, if they play something innocuous like Trinisphere or whatever. Ouch. I can waterlog Teachings for, oh that's good, for Kolaghan's Command. Yeah, I can't afford to tap out for Psychic Frog, unfortunately. There are things that will just win the game on the spot, so. Trinisphere is fine. I welcome it. Okay. So weird to only have one. All right. We still must be vigilant, because Fiery Confluence will win on the spot. But I think we can enter the phase where we take control here. Yeah, they seem to be flooding again. That's very good for us. Just go ahead and confirm their suspicions. Yep. 2 lands away from triple spelling. But it's gotta be better to hold up Hydroblast, right? I mean, that's unrelated to making land drops. I think it's gotta be better to dump them into Psychic Frog. Yeah, the flood continues. It is unfortunate for them, but very good for us. Bolt is good. Bolt is very good. Tamiyo. Yeah. I don't think this game will go long enough to really pay that one out. Fable. I can fly over that. I think we need to hold out for something else here. And it must be 2 turn. So if I had put 1 more card in a Psychic Frog, and I was thinking about it, I could end the game right now. But that's just silly. Like, I mean, it was 3 outer. Okay, it looks like we win anyways. We'll send him face. I don't have priority to cast right now. Alright, that was kind of insane and furious. Invert Polarity certainly won us that game. And yeah, we'll see if we can show off those new cards next match. Alright, we're on the draw. We have a power balance and a basic mountain, so we'll be able to cast it. We'll really see what this card can do, huh? I mean, if they get scared and like force it because they think we're doing something really strange, that'd be pretty cool. Not really counting on that though. We're up against Misty Rainforest, so maybe Scam. Yeah, it looks like Scam to me. That deck is still wildly popular. They're bidding Force of Will. That is not good. They're not doing anything. Bowmasters. So this is asking me to get a Badlands right now. I really want to just like cast Power Balance, but yeah, I should still exhibit good play here. And it's much more responsible to hold up Cling to Dust against this Reanimate deck. They have a Wasteland. So can't really do anything, huh? Crap. Oh, you really backed me into a corner. Power Balance. Oh, dude, not cool. Maybe I was supposed to force that. I'm not sure. They didn't wasteland me. Yeah. Free Entomb. You hate to see it. Please work. Another Daze. Sometimes this deck feels like entirely unbeatable. And I don't really feel like I can even supply very good commentary either. Just because it's like, did they have it? Okay, they won. What could have we done differently? I guess I could have gone to discard. And like, if they didn't have a force, we could have beaten Daze with Cling to Dust, but not even really because they have a Wasteland. So yeah. Alright. Force out. Winter Moon is interesting. All this land hate is kind of interesting because they're a precarious deck mono-wise, but also they have Troll of Khazad-dûm, so it's really not that good. I don't think Necrodominance will be very good here either, unfortunately. We'll find the matchup for it. Power Balance, probably need to decide that out. Or do I? I don't know. Nah, I can stay. But Brain Surge against the Bowmaster deck might be hard to leverage. We saw Psychic Frog too, so definitely want both Red Blast. And then our own Frogs, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to tap out for Narset. But I can hold up Invert Polarity. These 3 Planeswalkers look cool together. Ral is the one that's technically like both our colors, but Just doesn't really do what we want in the deck. But having like a Baral type thing could be cool. It really does have Baral stats too. 1 in color for 1/3. With the same line of text Baral has there. But I think Baral is whenever you counterspell, you can loot. Powerful card. The Chief of Compliance. Wintermoon's also interesting, but I mean, Scam plays with like 1 or 2 lands usually. It's kind of like a Delver deck in that regard. It's a disgusting deck. For a while, like people weren't really like addressing the problem, I think, as much, and I was just like, dang, it sucks that like the top deck in Legacy right now, the Grixis control matchup is not great. Because usually like Delver, we can at least bank on like the most generically powerful deck in the format as having a good matchup against it, which is how it should be for a control deck, right? But then I found out like everyone's Scam matchup is bad and it should be banned and is a miserable thing to fight. So then I started feeling a little better about it. Now I just take it in stride. I should ponder. They don't really do anything on turn 1, too catastrophic. Looks good. Looks very good. I'm gonna hide the Vexing Bauble. So the idea is lead on Bauble and then cast Tamiyo. They're not doing anything. If they Entomb Reanimate, it's like, am I really going to play around that and just ignore that they could have like a Douthy Voidwalker aggro start? You kind of just have to be committed to what you want to do in this matchup. The fact that they just have free discard spells at any moment as well. I really believe you got to do what you want to do in this matchup. Cast Tamiyo. If I can keep the Bauble around and start playing head on cards with Tamiyo, I'll be feeling pretty good. But like I said, yeah, if they just Entomb Reanimate right now, I'll be pissed. Okay, it's an Undercity Sewers. We're good. We're good. We're good. And sometimes they also like side out their combo-y stuff. Grief, huh? Yeah, I guess Grief is pretty bad against Vexing Bauble. Didn't think about that. I was just thinking about Force and Daze. I hope they just like cast Psychic Frog and pass. Ooh. It's a little annoying. I think they'll take Brainstorm. Or if they want to leverage Psychic Frog, they'll probably take a Red Blast. Yeah. Not too surprising. A little more action here. Hopefully not Fatal Push. Yep. I'm going to drop Bloodstained Mire, which I am going to play at the cost of giving up some information, because I really want a counterspell available, and a pretty good one at that. They don't shuffle. Oh, it's Scalding Tarn. Apologies. Full attack. And try and start pulling ahead here. It's so hot in Seattle right now. It's actually like boiling. They hit for 3, yeah. Ponder's good. Although I wouldn't really mind a Ponder of my own right now. Vexing Bauble really does make this deck's efficiency pretty laughable. Still no shuffle, though. What the hell does that mean? Bowmasters, probably? I don't care. They have full information. Okay, well, maybe they don't have Bowmasters. Nice. Make a clue. Hell yeah. Bolt there. Reflexive Force of Will? Brainstorm. You got it. Flusterstorm. I can pay for. I will be tapped out, though. Okay. No argument there. And they're going to shuffle. Some of these lists aren't even playing Bowmasters anymore, which I think is insane. But I'm grateful. Invert Polarity is kind of a headache to play against, though, because you have to take into account the very real possibility of not only your spell getting countered, but it being turned against you. So that's what we're hoping for here. Douthy Voidwalker. Invert Polarity. Great. I'll be taking that. That's 2 flips 1 with this card this league so far. It's pretty funny. Not for our opponents, but I think it's funny. We're attacking. Draw card. Waterlog Teachings. Still another Badlands in the deck. Let's flip Tamiyo. Bowmasters is nice. And if we can pick up Invert again, that'd be pretty cool. Wasteland. Hardcast Grief, I'm guessing. Oh, Petty Theft, yeah. That was a possibility. But still hitting for 3 damage. Not bad. Now, I could have Red Blasted that, but I don't think it's impactful enough. Especially with these Bowmasters hanging out. A card like Psychic Frog can actually do some real damage. Okay, I'm guessing they wanted that in the graveyard, or they just forgot about Vexing Bubble. They already had a Grief in the graveyard. Well, they're at 6. Waterlog Teaching for Lightning Bolt kind of becomes a thing now. Especially since Tamiyo can grab one. Or maybe I can Surveil one? No, I can't. Where the hell did it go? Is it already out? Oh, it's in my freaking hand. Oh, goodness. That's embarrassing. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to just go for lethal here. What can they do about it? Got him. Vexing Bobble hard carry. Even if they didn't punt into that bobble, though. I think it's just safe to call it a punt at this point. Voidwalker would not have changed that because there was already a Lightning Bolt in my graveyard. On the draw, Force of Will just feels so necessary, but it is so bad against Grief and all that jazz that I just can't really bring myself to do it. I'm going to cut Power Balance, though. A lot of our cards are kind of reactionary. That's another thing I didn't really think about with Power Balance. It's like, it's not very good, but it's pretty cool. And cool makes up for good a lot of the time. Oh, you know what? I usually side out a land on the draw just because, like, top decking is incredibly crucial against a deck with so much discard. They really got to respect that Vexing Bubble, though. It was downright nasty. Oh, man. Yes. Please shuffle and don't daze my Thoughtseize. Great. So far, so good. The Prophecy. I wonder if they ever side out Daze. Ooh, okay. If they're on a fair strategy, we could just strip the removal here. And being on the draw, we're favored in the Frogmere. Yep. Gotta watch out for Petty Theft, though. Don't invest too heavily into the Frog at first. Is that a main phase Bowmasters they were thinking about? It's not bad. We're gonna bet against them top decking Daze. It's just so good if it works. Nice. Probably see Bowmasters here. If they wait on that Petty Theft, and we Red Blast it, how nasty would that be? 2 unknowns over there. Can't play that one yet. See what they want to do. You force my hand. What the hell? Did everyone just see that? Oh my god. Let's just pretend like they were going to Petty Theft anyways, but I mean, then I could have recast it at least. This is dumb. Oh. Why? Life. Cruel. It was red. It was like in the red zone, and then it just turned around. It just turned around, folks. That was pretty good. Looks like we're going to get a card, though. That's a good draw. I do... they might just block with the army token, though. Maybe I should look for Bolt. Here we go. Would it be that bad if they blocked? Yeah, it'd be horrible. We could be so much further ahead right now. It's sad. Alright, well, Bobble's in. Swamp Cycle, sure. So they might be able to swing this race. But they don't know about my Red Blast, so they'd also have to like main phase this Petty Theft. I don't know if they will. Yep. That's fine. Okay. Brainstorm. Shoot. Not good. We'll just have to force our way to victory here. Actually, we'll have to crack our Vexing Bauble as well. Which doesn't seem that bad, actually. They have a lot of land. They're just passing. It's also, like, weirdly not that bad if they, like, force back, you know? Well, that worked. I think that'll turn off a lot of their more busted lines. But we're still pretty soft to an opposing Psychic Frog. Or even another Petty Theft would be pretty annoying. But so far we're tempoing hard. Yeah, they're just passing. Red Mana would make me feel wonderful. Maybe Brainstorm will find us some. I don't know what they have. Sorin. Sure. So if I cling one of their creatures in my first main phase or combat or something, I'll flip Sorin, which honestly is not going to do all that much. It can Oko, which is pretty sick. It has Extort, which is pretty sick. Oh, goodness. Okay, cool. I think we got it. I can Extort. Even just like Red Blasting and Extorting twice. It feels pretty good. Your post-combat main phase, if you've gained 3 or more life this turn. It's so strange. But I guess that was a balancing measure. Because if it was just gain 3 life at any point, maybe it was too good. I mean, Tamiyo flips whenever you draw your 3rd card. So I'm not sure what the calculation was with Sorin. Well, I think this is more, it's more indicative of Grixis control being well positioned right now, rather than these random Modern Horizons 3 cards punishing the best deck in the format. But yeah, I mean, game 1 we just got destroyed by their nut draw, and then games 2 and 3, there was a bit more play to them. Alright, let's keep going. Welcome back for a 3rd match here. Plenty of good cards in this hand, or new cards, I mean. It's like a Modern Horizons 3 hand right here. And we actually have the black to cast Necro Dominance as well. Delver of Secrets, huh? That is a breath of fresh air. Hope our draw is not too slow, but it might be. And I'm not wild about leveraging Necro Dominance against Delver. Bolt? Ponder. Good enough. Yeah, we can go off Necro Dominance here and get Basic Island. We want to live, you know. Good stuff here. Hopefully Delver does not flip, although Mishra's Bauble makes that quite a bit more likely. We'll know for sure if they put the Delver trigger first. They don't, so we have a shot here. They draw another Bauble. So they have a Bauble and 4 other cards. If they don't do anything, like, it feels fairly likely for one of those 4 cards to be a Daze. So do we just, like, try and dodge again? It's so hard. How about this? If they don't do anything, and they put the Bauble trigger, whatever, maybe they'll shuffle? They don't shuffle. I mean, they're taking the Bauble draw first. Let's go for it. And eats a forest, I mean, it's not bad. They go up to 4 cards in hand. If they wasteland me, can't really cast much. Yeah. I'm drawing Psychic Frog. So I guess I'll play Undercity Sewers next. Ooh, that's not good. I might be getting tempoed out here. I mean, our hand was a little weak. I really want to figure out now if this is a 2 or 3 color deck. Yes, I do want that. See if we can come back. I mean, if they draw the right sequence of cards here. Unholy Heat, that's not one of them. Yeah, if they draw the right sequence of cards, like, Frog will just take this over. We need to dodge Wasteland right now. So far, so good. But yeah, they are drawing a card. Uh-oh. Will Force of Will be too late? Or is this just DRC? It is DRC. And a bobble. Okay, so we know that their hand is Unholy Heat. We've been Ponder. Look at my top card. They'll see Force. I'll really be unhappy if I force Unholy Heat, but I think I have to. I'm beating Daze. Yeah, 6 damage is just too much. Can't keep up with 6. I can eat all their other little creatures. Brainstorm, huh? So Necrodon, Waterlog Teachings, and Ral are easy dumps. And pretty clearly I need to block Psychic Frog here. Daze? Don't tell me you have 2 Dazes. This is what I was talking about it when I was like, if they draw the right sequence of cards, like, we're done. Yeah, alright. Hydroblast and Red Blast. Harbinger and Bloodmoon are both really funny. Vexing Bubble, Psychic Frog. Take out Force and Necrodominance and Narset. And, well, maybe not Power Balance. This might be Power Balance's time to shine. I'll bring in Bloodmoon. Maybe Thoughtseize instead of Brain Surge. I don't think Ral is good. I mean, everyone already knew that, but specifically here, it loses to Bolt. I don't really need the cost reduction. The fact that it might deal 1 damage to me is unacceptable. Winter Moon, I don't think it's good enough. This deck operates on so little mana. So we really wouldn't be inconveniencing them all too much with a Winter Moon. Yep. Put them to the test. I'll play my Ragavan on turn 1. They keep 7. Well, thank God we do as well. Sup. Unholy Heat does not work. Pyroblast. Alright, they passed the test. What can I do with that? Play around Daze, that's what I'll do. If they want Daze this, they are more than welcome to. They don't bite. Okay. I think I need to Ponder Shuffle here. Put back 1 Bowmasters and I guess Sorin, right? And I gotta shuffle unless I see like a land here. Yeah, shuffle that. Get Bolt. It's a good card for the matchup, but we don't currently have red mana. There was an argument to get Volcanic Island to start, or to cast Tamiyo off of Underground Sea. But I really like getting my mana underneath me against this deck. And ideally, they have a hard time finding another Red Blast, so Psychic Frog can do some stuff. No shuffle. They have Delver. Okay. Probably better to Orcish Bowmasters that. That was a good draw. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. I'll see if I can protect my red source. I'm not taking 3, though. I'll take 1 to protect my red source, but not 3. Yeah. Okay. Make it less appealing. They draw Brainstorm. They have another Delver. That seems to be it. Cake Command, hell yeah. Probably just casting that, right? They have a Brainstorm in hand. I don't think they have Daze, though. Okay. That's fair. Now they have a Daze. But they probably don't really want it, I would imagine. They're probably grateful that their Delver flipped, but that's probably about it. Oh, they have Murktide Regent? This could get weird. It's going to be a 7/7. Alright, we got to draw well here. Holding off that Delver attack. Guess I'm taking 7. I don't like my spot at all. Red Blast. Bolt. Not Volcanic Island. Oof. Help. Oh no. Chump Block Frog. What a disaster. This is what we needed. Can I afford to go to 1, though? Like, oop, just hit my mic. I feel like we have to, right? Then we Edict the Murktide Regent. Don't get me wrong, it is insane. Pyroblast. Okay. Alright, well, we're back where we were a second ago. Need to remove this Delver, and then I can Edict Murktide. And then we're in a very precarious spot. Cool. Never casting that Thoughtseize for sure. Bolt. See if they get us with the double days again. Nope. Okay. Well, can we find Cling to Dust? Or Sorin? Brazen Barber. So far, so good. My dream is that they sighted out Lightning Bolt. Cling to Dust. Vexing Bauble. Yeah, alright. I'll cast that. In case of emergency, I'll crack it. Wasteland, sure. Happy to see that one now. Tap it for red. Make them think about, like, Red Blast or something like that. Pretty sure they drew that. Gotta be Murktide, right? Can almost challenge it. Alright, the quest for Cling to Dust continues. Or Hydroblast, I guess, would also be nice. Basic Mountain, not it. What you got? Okay, I mean, it's not bad, but our position is so scary. Yeah, I think these decks cut Bowmasters for Frog. It's kind of freaking important that we still have this card around. Oh, hold on. Okay, they could have dazed me there. Okay, that concession straight up told me that they sighted out Lightning Bolt. Because why would you concede when I'm at 1? That's the only thing I can think of. And it's true, Lightning Bolt is pretty bad against Psychic Frog. Blood Moon out on the draw. I think Brain Surge out too. I'd like to see Power Balance do something. Or hold on, Thoughtseize is not that great here. We can bring back Brain Surge, I guess. Is that true? Might be really bad. We gotta be able to stop early Frog. We have 2 Edicts. But those aren't even that good because of Daze. We have 2 Red Blasts. Our own Frogs. That we can probably beat with against theirs because we're on the draw. Though Daze kind of fudges the Frog math. Do I really need a 3rd Force, though? This is a really tough decision. And it may only be 1 card, but it matters quite a bit against Delver. Maybe not as much as it used to before Bowmasters and Frog got printed. Shoot. I gotta make a decision, though. Alright. I've always liked Force more against Grixis Delver than Rug Delver anyways. So this decision doesn't feel strange to me. But we gotta be really careful, because they have Red Blast. We'll keep. This hand has a lot of mobility. And Hydroblast against Unholy Heat and stuff like that. They don't have a play either. So that is incredible. We're living on Cloud 9 now. It's not a good draw. I should be able to shuffle it back in my deck, though. Delver. Did they just draw that this turn, or are they holding something up? Are they holding up like a Stifle or something? That is bizarre. End of turn Brainstorm. Sucks. But we gotta do it. Our Brainstorm sucked. Well, that's a different problem altogether. Cast Ponder. I know there's a land on top, but what else? More lands. Shuffle. Yo, that's really bad. Don't like our spot. Especially if it flips. Does not flip, but they want to show off their Frog. Interesting. They're going to Brainstorm. It's fine. Hit for 1. Go to 19. Hopefully find a way out of this. They miss a land drop. They might have red cards stuck in their hand. They might be sandbagging Wasteland, which can't cast Psychic Frog anyways. But we need some help here. Nope. Come on, deck. Christ. Brainstorm. 2 more lands. Oh, pardon my language, but this is awful. This is so painful. Losing my mind. It's such a close game, too. But all 3 of my cantrips, I feel like, have shown me nothing but land. It is a real bummer. Here it is. Here's the good stuff. If they don't Wasteland me, I can play around Daze next turn. I don't know what they could do that would indicate to me that they don't have a single daze, but I guess I should put the bolt in my hand just in case they do for some reason indicate that. We'll see Delver flip right now. Pyroblast, okay. Good to know. And the fact that they did not wasteland me feels like a good sign. I feel like you do that pre-combat, unless they're trying to bait me into a daze here. There it is. No wasteland. Bolt your Delver. Edict your Frog. Oh, I think they have 2 dazes. I'll make them do it. Okay, then I won't pay for the first one. I almost clicked done. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I have a Hydroblast up now that I wouldn't have. They have 2 lands in hand. They're going to draw a card, though. They go in super hard on this Frog, too. Like, I need an answer. Double daze. It's tough. It's a tough thing to lose to. They are kind of incentivized to end this game, but yeah, just holding on to everything. They're incentivized to do it because they don't have any lands out. Well, they're not adding pressure to the board. That's good. Force of will. Alright. They have way more cards in hand than me. Do I think they have a 3rd daze? I wouldn't put it past them. I'm just going to pass. They also haven't shown any red mana. They're pondering. Hope they don't find any red. They shuffle. I mean, Delver doesn't really run that many lands, and yeah, they're not doing it. I can't block. I can't bluff this. Can't do it. Ideally, they have to go to discard. Because if they can capitalize on having over 7 cards in hand, I think we'll be a little too far behind. They gotta go into discard. Wasteland. They had a Wasteland. Okay, that's crazy. Wow. I don't know what to say anymore, folks. Sometimes you flood against Delver, and the game's super close. Like, I wouldn't be so annoyed if the game wasn't so close. We hit a Lightning Bolt. Oh, man. Play Sorin. Maybe I can extort my way into surviving. Problem with bolting Psychic Frog is that, yeah, we'll get some cards out of their hand, but it'll also like incentivize them to make it bigger, and I don't really want to do that. Interesting. Do I just have to let this go? I mean, I don't have to, but I probably should, because I also have Pyroblast. So basically, if I keep this around, what that would look like is that I discard everything, and then Hydroblast or Pyroblast, which they might not even have the red mana to cast. It's tough. What else is really keeping me in this game right now? I think I need to play to a world where they never find red mana. Because I think if they do find red mana, I'm going to lose. Yep. Surely now they must start investing, right? I'm glad they haven't gotten aggressive because this game would be over. Here we go. Ooh, I don't know about discarding another Psychic Frog, though. They discard Pyroblast. They have another one? Brainstorm in the damage step. I feel like maybe I didn't tap very well. If I did have to cast Hydroblast this turn, I could have extorted a little more. Alright, I need some help. Cling to Dust, huh? It's pretty good. So I can flip Sorin. Tamiyo, it's a blocker. I could flip Sorin and deal 3. It's kind of good, right? Or no, deal 4. I think that is kind of good. As long as Tamiyo can block. Is that safer than making a food token? I mean, I probably have lethal anyways, right? Or hold on, can I extort my way to a win? Not quite. So if I cling to Dust and extort... Wait, you can't extort indefinitely, right? You just get 1. But I could also Hydroblast. So cling, extort, that's 4 life, 5. Then Hydroblast, extort, 6. It's not enough, but if I can survive till next turn, seems like a pretty good bet. To any target. I could also make them discard. But I really need Tamiyo to be able to block at that junction. It's scary. Or I could just +2 and make a food. That's 3 life. So even if they discard their whole hand, 9. I'd still survive. Well, I think I'd survive anyways because of Cling. Yeah, I think I should flip Sorin here. Yeah, I guess Extort would be a lot more busted if you could do it indefinitely. Oh my... Oh, okay. Everyone stop. You can stop screaming at your camera now. Oh my god. It only flips at the beginning of your post-combat main phase. God damn, man. I'm still gonna do this. Shit. God, that's so bad. Can't believe that just happened. I feel like a complete fool. Ponder's good. Oh my goodness. They shuffle. Have they just missed on red this whole time? It's a little scary. Then again, if they're using their red to bust through my blocker, they're not dealing with Psychic Frog. Okay, they'd rather deal with Psychic Frog. I'm sure they have counter magic, but we'll try that. No. Ah, it just worked. Insane. Yeah, now they can't attack. Excellent. Bad. I could flip Tamiyo. Things just got really weird. I wonder if I can red herring this. Or do I just like hide behind Psychic Frog and use Extort? That was really tricky. So there's no creature to cling though, so flipping Sorin would be pretty tough. But it's quite a nuke. I mean, there would be an end of combat step though, if my Psychic Frog died. Okay, so do I play out this island then? Or should I discard to Frog? Get them to commit even more cards? It's a little scary. So they'd have to discard 3 cards to defeat my Frog in combat. That put them at 2 cards in hand. And then I'd be able to finish off the Frog, as long as they didn't keep Force, with Sorin and in the -1. Then I could get them to 1 card in hand if I discard a Psychic Frog. Then I wouldn't be able to Extort. I think this is better. But sound off in the comments. Let me know if that was right. And we get a clue token. Counterbalance. DRC. Okay. There's something to eat. Murktide Regent. If they keep 2 cards in hand, that's pretty suspicious. They give it flying. Oh, you know what? That is a good point. I shouldn't go after one of their creatures because of Frog. I'm glad they did that, because I might have punted. Full transparency. So this happens, right? Am I missing lethal somehow? So they fall to 6 from a Sorin attack. Am I getting 6 life? 1 lifelink, 3 cling to dust, 1 extort. No, I can put them to 1. It's not good enough. So we're definitely attacking the Frog. I can get them to ditch 1 more card if I crack this clue token. Then I lose the extort. And I lose to Daze. So yeah, this happens. I don't think I extort either. Or do I extort? So I'm hitting this for 4. That's 9. Even if they discard their last 2 cards, it would not be enough to save the Frog. I think I'd rather crack the clue. Although, no, I gotta really make use of this. It's gonna be close. Alright. We have an Oko. And if I can just flip Tamiyo. Sorin also has Extort on this side. It's pretty cool. Bolt Tamiyo, yeah. So that's out of the question. But we could cling and then minus Sorin to... Okay, cool. It's good enough for them. Whew! Wow. That was crazy. Yeah, this was nifty. That was nifty. Sorin was very nifty. Oh, man. 3-0. It's boiling hot out here. I need just a little break before the next one. Winning the die roll in match number 4. Daylight again. Yeah, that was a very taxing match last round. I needed a break after that, and the break just turned into rest. It turned into going to bed for the night. All right, so for this hand to be castable, we have to play into Wasteland, Underground Sea, Soporific Springs, and then Basic Mountain. Oh, they got Devourer of Destiny. They've got 2 Devourer of Destinies. Well, this hand is not great against Eldrazi unless I can, like, invert polarity, something pretty wild. See what happens here. Okay, they just wasteland, or yeah, they exiled 2 wastelands. That's kind of cool. And a wastegate battle mage. So, oh yeah, there's 3 wastelands down. Maybe I don't need to worry about it so much. They've got Tempe, and hit that heralds the end. Okay, I got lightning bolt for that. I feel like they do have too many cards in hand though. I mean, 2 of them are devourers, so maybe it might be hard for them to cast them. We'll see. Hope they don't do anything this turn. Oh, they have a wasteland anyways. Okay, well, that's a little annoying. But the second half about them not doing anything was at least honored. Okay. I mean, can they afford to wasteland me? They might really need the mana. Play Narset. Sadly, I have to pass up Power Bounce again. I could take Waterlog Teaching because it's a land drop. Force of Will seems a little more important, though. Yeah, they're not wastelanding. They might not be able to afford to. Okay. This might be Thought-Knot Seer. Yep. Invert Polarity has the chance to beat Cavernous Souls, but you do have to win the coin flip. So far, we're 2 for 2 on invert coin flips. They do take the invert. Interesting. I wonder if they're trying to cast like Kolaghan's Commander, or Kozilek's Command or something like that. Ponder. Activate Narset. Great. Well, kind of feels like we missed out on something pretty important there. Alright. Attacking Narset. This deck doesn't really draw cards, does it? I have Ugin. That's really annoying. So there's a Kolaghan's Command on top of my deck. Won't really do anything. Guess I'm just racing. Okay. Don't think we're gonna win. With 1 more land drop, they have Devour online. Yeah, we can go to the next one. Not much of a game there. Alright, Blood Moon, Harbinger, Winter Moon, Psychic Frog, Consign to Memory. All pretty good for mana hungry decks. I also like Opposition Agent since I have Ugin. There's a lot of late game inevitability. Can probably cut Power Balance again. Necrodominance seems like kind of good though. Well, they are a Wasteland deck. I don't know. Might be kind of a big number with our land hate. Go down 1 Bowmasters and then I'll keep Ral around. It seems fun. Go like that. We'll play around Wasteland here. I think we do want that. Start the clock next turn. Thorn of Amethyst. Sure. Don't mind that so much. That would have been a good spot for Psychic Frog. Glaring Fleshraker, sure. Hit that Herald's the end. That's pretty annoying. At least they have small Eldrazi. But yeah, I think we're going to be relying on Ancient Tomb to get across the line here. Kozilek's Command. It's a lot of mana. 1 top, 2 bottom. I'll bend that. Because I had a feeling I was going to draw another one anyways. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Can take it down to 7. I don't know. Should probably try and pull ahead on cards here. And the Narset activations have been a little rough. Sure. Yep. Right on time. I just don't see a future with this Ponder. Brain Surge. I kind of feel like scooping it up right now. It just has not gone well at all. Just too bad because they're 3-0, but it happens sometimes. Things continue to go even worse. They're finally hellbent, but now I can't even cast an edict if I draw it. I think I just need that land. So do I just need Tamiyo now? Is it just a much better draw? It's starting to feel like, yeah. Cast Tamiyo and Bowmasters. Yeah, they're guarding those Eldrazi spawns. Dang. I'll line up a block. Alright. If only I'd turned all my bolts at my opponent. Would I be dead right now? Yeah, probably. But would they be dead? I'm not sure. Okay. So if I bolt, puts them to 5. I'd have to go shields down on consign to memory. Seems kind of risky. I mean, like, is it really getting any better? Waterlogged teachings. That costs 6. Now they're at 9 too. It's like, I feel like we have what we need to get through, but just not enough mana. They went for Myco Spawn. We'll block, of course. Maybe I'll draw Bowmasters. Might be able to string something together. Let's tap that Ancient Tomb again. Oh, crap. Yep. I'm at 1. And I'm dead. No trophy for this random pile of garbage. I'm trying to like make the Eldrazi games more interesting. I feel like when MH3 first came out, and there was some crazy like I almost said combat frog, psychic frog combat math. It was pretty interesting, but recently Eldrazi aggro I feel like has been like the least interesting matchup on my channel. I feel like I just always lose. But yeah, I'll go back to the drawing board on that one. We got one more match. I think likely the problem lies in my mulligan. I think I should have taken a mulligan. I think I kept a pretty mediocre hand there. And that's just like matchup infamiliarity. Like, there hasn't been an Eldrazi deck in Legacy for years. Speaking of mulligan, I'm keeping this. This hand rules. Don't wasteland me. So it would have been a lot safer to cast Lorien, or cycle Lorien Revealed there. It plays around Wasteland a lot better. However, and like it's probably pretty easy for them to read that this is not... Okay, we're up against Necrodominance, I think. It's the only deck with Valakut Awakening in it that I know of. So we're definitely going to want Thoughtseize here. That was not a good draw for this matchup. And I doubt there's any scenario that makes me want to not attack, but we're going to check this out anyways. Yep, pretty easily taken Necrodominance there. Interesting they did not send last turn. Oh, they couldn't. They don't have another black card in their hand? That's wild. But they have Pact of Negation, so we gotta end this real quick. And it's a little unfortunate that Tamiyo does not deal damage. Well, I mean, it is for the health of the game, but... yeah, you know what I mean. I didn't know people were still running this one. I thought it was deemed too shitty to play. They're passing. They're not going to make another Valakut Stoneforge land drop. And that makes sense because it's much better as a spell for the deck that wants something pretty specific. Okay, so I could cast Sorin, but Psychic Frog is just the clear choice here. Clearly, clearly, clearly. This game must be ended very soon. Or a Force of Will. 2 Force of Wills must be found. Because they have Pact of Negation. Or another Thoughtseize. There's a lot of things that we could find. I'll make another clue. Pretty incentivized to surveil at the end of turn, even though it would preclude me getting some red mana for a minute, likely. They must at least play this Chromox out now, right? And they have a lot of hits in their deck.
Uh-oh. If I can just stall a little bit longer, Tamiyo can return Thoughtseize to my hand. Yeah, I'll take it. Is Soren going to deal more damage, though, if I play it out? I think probably, with the Extort. Although it probably would have been better to crack a clue and flip Tamiyo. I don't know why I thought I was going to get a land off this frog trigger. It's a blue card. It flips Tamiyo. I can't Extort. Okay. Go like, yeah, go like that. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm not sure why I didn't play that land. I'm just getting really confused right now, apparently. Because if I force something, I could have extorted as well, and that's one less card for them. Alright, we gotta keep in Necrodominance, clearly. We gotta keep in Power Balance. I haven't even resolved Power Balance. I got dazed. That means I have to do another league, I guess. More Power Balance. Opposition Agent's good. Thoughtseize is good. Harbinger, I think they can play through like Moon Effects pretty easily. Consign to Memory, stop that. Necrodominance trigger. Surgical. Most of this expensive stuff can go. Except the stuff I cited in, of course. Narset is good. Edict is bad. What else? Counter Magic, Invert Polarity. Oh, I cited a land out. Sorry, Power Balance. I guess we'll just have to run you again someday. It is kind of cool that Soren dovetails with Cling in the way that Tamiyo dovetails with Brainstorm. They're keeping 7. This is a mulligan. That's better. I think we send one of these Bowmasters. Well, Mountain doesn't even cast Psychic Frog. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably need to force. Red mana. I don't really care about that. Cabal Ritual. Yeah. Okay, don't tell me your last card is Force of, or Pact of Negation. There we go. Nice and easy. Oh boy. Well, I won't say this was close to a trophy because, like, like I said, the Eldrazi matchup was just like, maybe it's just first match of the day syndrome. I'm still like getting into it. But let's see here. What cool stuff happened? Consign was good as always, I think. Having trouble remembering everything. Winter Moon, I think we got to try that one out a little more too. And we never got to play Necrodominance or Power Balance, so I don't know. They were in there, but we didn't see them. I think this 4-1 is just, like I said a little earlier, more indicative of Grixis control just being in a good spot right now, and less these random cards coming together. I really was impressed with Soren in the Delver matchup, though. That was pretty crazy. Even though I punted a little bit around its flip timing, I thought the card was really cool. Never got to cast a Ral either. Maybe there'll have to be a volume 2, or maybe I'll play a version of the deck that's more centered around life gain, the most white and also malign mechanic, usually. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good stuff. Gotta watch out for Eldrazi. I'll try and crack that matchup a little more. Consign seems really good. Yeah, usually against Eldrazi you just like counter them, but I guess Cavern of Souls makes that a little difficult. Cool. Well, I guess I'll like wake up a little bit, but it's nice to get this record done. And 4-1, great result. I'll see y'all next time. Keep the Grixis stream alive. Oh, and like, comment, and subscribe on the way up to 1,000. Let's do it, everyone.